camera there. Yeah. Okay, Joe, whenever. Well, welcome everyone, and certainly a welcome press to the launch, very exciting day, the launch of Ruth's Daughters of Canada. This has been an endeavor that started almost 2 years ago with meetings with a number of social service agencies, police, everyone and anyone who is interested, as well as faith communities. And the issue really is, how do we eliminate violence against women, particularly domestic violence? And I use eliminate specifically, not reduce. Certainly the statistics about domestic violence very rarely shift. It's always about the same. They vary between 1 in 4 to 1 in 2, but it is a recurrent problem. And the idea behind Ruth's Daughters of Canada is really to get women in faith communities involved in this issue, because this is a woman's issue. You can see from our brochure that our mission statement is Women of Faith, faithfully serving women. The idea is that women start chapters of Ruth's Daughters in their mosques, synagogues, churches, temples, and at least have 6 women meeting at least 6 times a year to pray together, share together, and come up with something together. We did not want to be prescriptive about this because we believe in women's ingenuity and their ability to tackle problems. They've certainly been doing that for centuries already. But really to give the time necessary to this problem, their problem, our problem, to really solve it. This is, in a sense, a Mother's Day gift, because we wanted to launch just before Mother's Day and to do something far more substantial than a card, to really make a difference in women's lives. I am so blessed, and I use that word advisedly, to be surrounded by representatives of our faiths here in Ontario and in Canada today. We have Penny Crowitz from the Jewish Women International. We have the Right Reverend Marty Tyndall, the moderator of the United Church of Canada. We have Father Damien McPherson, representing the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Toronto. We have Ruth Klein from B'nai B'rith. We have Captain Brenda Murray from the Salvation Army. We have Imam Dr. Abdul Hai Patel from the Multi-Faith Alliance of Ontario. We have Nawang Chojor Rinpoche from the Canadian Tibetan Cultural Centre. We have Bishop Linda Nichols from the Anglican Archdiocese of Toronto. We have Fredel Brief from the Canadian Jewish Congress. We have Amna Bakhtar from the Muslim Canadian Congress. We have Anita Gittins from the Anglican Church Women. We have Susan Kendall from the Canadian Jewish Congress. And we are also supported in this endeavor by Donna Cansfield from the Liberal Party of Ontario, and also Christine Elliott from the Progressive Conservative Party of Ontario. This is not a partisan endeavor. Also here, I don't want to miss them because they were so critical in developing this idea, are our Redwood Shelter allies, Anne-Marie Gardner from the Redwood Shelter. And I have to also mention 11th and 14th Division of the Toronto Police have been part of this, as well as Victim Services that provided training for some of our board members. And then, of course, there are the wonderful women who serve on our board, and it's entirely voluntary. Those are Francine Dick, who is on our panel, Fiz Amir, who is on our panel, Butila Karpachi, who is on our panel, as well as Maureen Ludford and Shannon Hogan, who are in our audience as well. These women have been meeting for many months, and this is the culmination of much work. So welcome, everyone. At the end of our words, we're going to have a signing, and the signing is going to be by all the representatives of the faith communities. And I'm just going to hold this up. Maybe I'm not. Yes, I can. Here, and it says, "We, the leaders in our respective faith communities, stand committed to promoting freedom from violence for all women," signed May 6, 2010. And at the top is Ruth's Daughters of Canada, Women of Faith, faithfully serving women. So this will be a historic document. The website, www.ruthsdaughters.com, will be launched as well in the next day or two, and all the signatories organizations will appear on that, as well as all the social service agencies. The website itself will be a place for information and also, of course, for women to speak to other women and chapters to speak with other chapters as they get organized. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Fiza Mir. Fiza is a friend of longstanding, and I'm delighted to be sitting on this board with her. Fiza.
Thank you, Cheri. Cheri did ask us board members to prepare a short statement about why we wanted to be part of Ruth's Daughters, and I wanted to read something to you regarding that. Every time I hear a news story about a woman or a girl that suffered or endured violence, I'm surprised that among my many emotions of sadness, anger, and disgust is a feeling of powerlessness. I feel powerless to do anything about it. Why wasn't this prevented? I often think to myself. Why didn't anybody help her? Where was her family? Where were her friends? As details emerge, I always find it shocking how preventable so many of these cases seem, and how little it would have taken to change the outcome of such tragedies. As a teacher of adolescent students, the one lesson I try to ingrain in them is that they are never powerless. As young people living in a free and democratic society, they always have the ability to bring about positive change within their local and broader communities. In the past few months alone, my students have fundraised for Haiti, jumped rope for Heart, participated in numerous Earth Week initiatives, all activities designed to teach them that even small positive actions result in significant benefits, and that despite the enormity of the issues they face, they are not powerless. Being involved with Ruth's Daughters will enable me to practice what I regularly teach my students. This organization not only benefits women facing violence that are in need of support, but it also provides an outlet for women who really want to assist on a very personal level. As a Muslim, I recognize that women within my faith community suffer violence in shame and silence. However, violence against women is not limited to a single faith or ethnic group. It isn't limited to Christians or Jews, Buddhists, Hindus, or Sikhs. Due to this reality, Ruth's Daughters aims to build cross-community supports and networks. My hope is to make my first steps towards change within my own community. By creating safe spaces for women to meet within mosques or schools or Islamic community centers, we can begin to break down the walls of silence. We can start building relationships of trust and understanding among the women who need it most. Furthermore, our multi-faith roots will strengthen our ability to combat this shared struggle against domestic violence through faith-based collaboration, unity, and empathy. Thank you.
Thank you, Fiza. Next, we have Francine Dick.
Thank you, Cheri. When I grew up and became a mother, I understood why my own mother enjoyed attending synagogue so much. It's a respite from the everyday world, and it offers a chance to be reflective and introspective. Within their faith groups, women often form their deepest and closest friends. 20 years ago, along with another woman, I helped found a Jewish community in West Toronto. Although our children, the impetus to start the group, have all grown up, we still get together and have formed deep friendships. When I have faced difficult times in my own life, it is often to these women I turn to for support. As a victim of childhood sexual abuse, I know how it feels to live with shame, self-blame, guilt, and secrecy. Despite a plethora of services available to assist them, women who have been affected by violence tend not to seek them out. The fear of exposing themselves and their family to public scrutiny is too much. What will everyone think? When Cheri asked me to be a founding board member of Ruth's Daughters, I jumped at the opportunity. It is often within their own faith groups that women feel most comfortable. Just knowing there is a group of women in their place of worship who recognize the ungodliness of violence against women and are able to offer non-judgmental support might provide women with the confidence to reach out. Simply sharing their secret with someone else will have an enormous weight lifted from their being. We all know violence affects women of all social strata, ethnicities, and faiths. In Ruth's Daughters, whether women come together as a group to help themselves or as a group to reach out to others, women of faith can make an impact on addressing violence against women.
Thank you, Francine. Thank you. And Butila Karpachi. I want to thank Butila in particular for organizing today as well as everything else. Thanks, Butila.